Good day, everybody. Greetings from Aotearoa, New Zealand on this sunny day. However, yet again in a traffic jam. Even on a Saturday, certain roads are just super busy in and around Auckland. Thank you for joining me on yet another commute. This time to a place very much south of Auckland, close to Pocono. In Pocono, as a little side note, there is a lovely whiskey distillery, Pocono whiskey. So if any one of you is interested and wants to look that up. But yes, this is another episode of the Commute with Me series in my BYD Shark. So thank you so very much for joining me. First of all, I hope the video quality is better and you won't get dizzy, as I did have some comments in an earlier video where I was wearing the Insta360 Go 3S on my head, and because I was leaving a driveway looking right, left, really made some of you quite dizzy, and you said it was very hard and you couldn't really finish the video. So I hope this camera setup is a lot better. So please do comment, let me know if you're enjoying this more and if the picture and sound quality is alright, and or if there's anything else that you would want me to do or consider. So I'm currently on State Highway 1 heading southbound out of Auckland on adaptive cruise control. So even it's beautiful in traffic, so that way you just focus on the drive, enjoy, and everything is honky-dory. Purpose of this video today, like the topic that I would like to talk about, is my experience from the first service I had for the Shark. Yes, I took the Ute in for the first service, as I have reached the 5,000 kilometer mark, which is the recommended one for the first service. So I arranged also for a loaner. On the day, last Thursday, I arrived at the behind the main dealership for the service department, handed over the key for my Ute and received the key for a C-Line 6 in white that I could use during the day while mine was in for the service. I very much enjoyed the sunroof, as the Shark, as we all know, does not have any sunroof, but I also realized how much bigger and more spacious the Shark is. So once you're used to the Shark, it's a little bit of a different ball game to step back to the C-Line 6, even though the C-Line 6 is a wonderful car. Then they asked me when would I need the car back or want the car back. I said ideally 3 o'clock, that would be most appreciated. Just before 3 o'clock I received a call from the team saying the car is ready for pickup. So I went, received the keys for my Ute, moved my stuff, my work bag and so on over, and then had a bit of a chat to Cruz, who heads the service department, and was told that in addition to the oil and the filters and so on, the standards that were changed, they also updated the software. And I said, well, that's actually quite interesting, because I did have the first update, the over-the-air update from version 1.0 to version 1.1 done already, and he says, yep, that's fine. However, that apparently does not install all the updates that are available. There's at least an additional 2 that the team will install. So they said they've sorted everything out, everything is installed, everything is up to date. So when I started the Shark, interestingly enough, it was factory reset. Everything was back to normal. I had the default screen, default settings, default sound profile, everything was default. So I spent a few minutes to change everything and modify everything to the way I had it, including my shortcut buttons and so on, and also updated the sound profile as I had it on custom setting, and then everything was fine. There had been quite a bit of a talk and confusion about an apparent lack of power, a reduction in torque as a result of the service and the carried out updates. Interestingly enough, and honestly speaking for my one, I cannot confirm that, because to me the Shark now even feels snappier than it was before. And yeah, I'm really happy and surprised how she's responding, and I'm very happy with the update. Let's say from an actual perspective, it's more behind the scenes update. It's more kind of the little fine nitty gritty that has been updated and changed, so you won't see a massive change in the UI or any of that. What is actually happening is more that the systems have been fine-tuned. Like, as an example, enabling and disabling the adaptive cruise control was always combined with an announcement. You press the button, ACC activated. You press the button again, ACC deactivated. So, and it didn't matter what kind of levers and what sound levels I adjusted and put down to 0 or turned off. She was still talking, she was still saying ACC activated, ACC deactivated. Now, however, this is either permanently gone once the sound levels are reduced, or you can barely ever hear it. So I'm very happy with this. The other thing that I've noticed also is with the toggle, you have down to set, but then once you've pressed the brakes, the ACC deactivates, and then you try and put it on set and you can't set it. If you put it on resume, it goes back to the previous speed, which if you were in a 50 zone before and then you're on the motorway, it would go set back to 50. So that's highly inconvenient and can be quite dangerous as well. What I've noticed is use the cruise control button. That one is actually the set after the ACC was deactivated. Then that sets it at the new speed, and then you can just adjust it with the toggles as per what you need it and how you need it. So that's very good. So yeah, but in general, very happy with the first service experience. Very friendly staff, very smooth, very much to the point where I wanted to have a courtesy car that was ready for me at the time of pickup. I said I would prefer to pick the car up at 3 o'clock. Just before 3 I received a call, vehicles ready for pickup. So yes, I cannot fault it. Super happy, super good with the way the software is performing and responding so far. Yeah, that's all good. So I've reached the turn off at the motorway, so I'm off State Highway 1 now, heading towards Pukekohe. And yeah, I then better let you go. I will do as I had promised, and it had been requested. I will do a proper walk around the Shark very shortly, as everything is done except for the monsoon shields. So I will show you and explain what mods have happened, what has been installed, and so on. So they will come very shortly, so something to look forward to. And at this very moment, it's just to say thank you very much on joining me on today's commute. I appreciate you. Then please continue to comment to let me know what you did like and what you did not like, what you would like to see and what I can improve. And then until next time, keep well and talk again soon. Bye bye.